Oh, hi. I'm Dave Landau.
I'm Black Garrett, and with us, as always, Angela.
It's me. What up?
It's a little somber day.
It is.
It is a somber day. It is.
Do you want to start with that?
Yeah, we should probably start with it. We should introduce our guest.
We should do that.
Please welcome to the show, actor,
friend of the show,
Matthew Marston.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
We'll just jump right off with it. Val Kilmer passed away last night.
Yeah.
Or yesterday. The cause was pneumonia, according to his daughter. And he was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2014, later recovered to a degree, couldn't talk. Mm-hmm. But it was a bit of a long time coming, but one of my favorite actors.
My favorite actor of all time, for sure. I wore Batman Forever. It's one of the movies I watched the most as a kid, along with all the other great performances from him. Real Genius, Tombstone as Doc Holliday.
Top Secret.
So good. So it's really sad to see him go, but
it is, yeah. My son is named after specifically Wyatt Earp in Tombstone, and Doc Holliday's his right-hand man because I love that movie. So yeah, it's a bummer. Like that movie, I loved because I wasn't big into westerns, and my dad would watch them. Then he took me to see Tombstone and Unforgiven, and it changed my mind on westerns.
Those are good ones.
Do you ever work with Val Kilmer?
No, I didn't. But I mean, he was amazing. I mean, I think his depiction of Doc Holliday is spectacular. You know, but like you said, Dave, he feels like he's been sick for a very, very long time. But it's always still a shock when someone that's a beloved actor passes away like that.
It is. And what I find odd, though, is like I put up a post, and it was just a picture, whatever. But somebody commented along the lines of, like, what is all the celebrity worship? And it's like, this is an entirely different thing. Because this is somebody who you kind of like grew up with. Like, movies were such a part of my life, and I think a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
That the idea of celebrity worship now, it's much different. Like, celebrity and respecting somebody for being an actor like that is like respecting somebody for being a musician that you like. Like, there's nothing wrong with that sort of fandom, and I think it's odd to even confuse those two things. It's not a TikTok star.
It's his performance. It's the way he puts his all into the characters that he plays. That's what we're respecting, you know. That's why we follow his work, is because of the talent that he brings. So yeah, that's a weird comment to say on when somebody passes away like that.
It is, and it's like I don't normally bring attention to it, but I just find it so odd that people are like, I don't understand the fame. Well, neither did he. He's an actor.
Yeah, I think part of it is, it's certainly from when we were younger, when I was growing up, you became an actor because you loved the art, like you loved the craft. Right. You didn't know that you were going to become successful or famous, and I think that's certainly the case. You know, the celebrity came from being great at what you do. Yeah. And then, you know, you've got to remember that this is a pre-reality show time. So you weren't just a celebrity for your personality. You actually got to where you were because you were really good at what you did and you were in great products. And like you said, look at all the great movies he's been in. I mean, Heat is an incredible movie. So I think it's, like you said, it's also a loss of time, a part of your life, right? Because you can relate to that part of your life as a kid, and it meant something to you going and watching it that period of time, and now that's gone. Yeah. And it's sad that we've moved into an era where you do, like you say, you have TikTok stars and Instagram stars and all this that don't really have any discernible talent. I mean, some of them do.
Yeah, but the vast majority don't.
Yeah, you can just do stupid stuff and then become famous. And but this is, you know,
take all your club dates,
steal them.
But all your America, the American medium of art is cinema, and it is the peak of art because it incorporates everything. So he is a part of that. So I think that it's important to recognize that, and you respect people that are really good at what they do.
Yeah, I was saying that, like, the idea of going to the movies is dying, which is very sad. And I even saw a thing today where it said, we're going to include texting and sing-alongs and weed. And you're like, how about the movie?
Yeah, like how about Hollywood was like, no, we don't really need to make good movies. We have streaming services,
incentives to come.
Right? Yeah, we have
just a good movie.
Yeah, don't just beg them by going. You can smoke dope in the theater and text.
Yeah, it's really sad. And like Val Kilmer, a guy that he was the youngest at his time, the youngest student in Juilliard, 17, and like working in Juilliard, went from that to Top Secret, a comedy, and then he did Real Genius, and then some more serious roles after that, and kind of then blew up in the 90s were like his decade, and he did a lot of great roles in the 90s. And like that 90s era of movie star, I feel like that was like the last time it was really the movie stars you think of from like 70s, 80s, like they were all kind of like Unforgiven was like you're getting the overlap of classic stars and the new stars that were kind of coming, and they were almost like those were the last stars.
I agree.
It was really Steve McQueen into Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
also
so it's like
Burt
1,
Reynolds
2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the idea of like Steve McQueen, like I saw a bunch of people posting stuff for his birthday, and not everybody knows who they are. If you don't, go to watch Le Mans and then thank me later. But that's, I think, his best movie. But what's that?
Escape from not Alcatraz, but that was
Clint Eastwood.
That was Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm mixing it up with The Great Escape.
Oh, The Great Escape
Great Escape's a great
Steve
film.
McQueen, which is a great film.
Titles up.
And that's what I mean. That was a star, like somebody that you admired. And you're right. I think that died a bit. And when you see him talk about his life in his documentary, I thought that it was good. The remorse he had for certain ways that he had acted on set. And just kind of, he was very self-aware in the end, which I think is good. Because I've even seen people post like, well, I heard he was a dick. It's like, well, everybody can be a dick. It just depends on what day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people complain about, hey, listen, I was on set with someone and I went over and spoke to them and they were rude to me. And I always say, well, at what point did you go over and talk to them? Because when you're on set like that, when you're the lead on a movie, or even if you're not a lead on a movie, even if you've got one line in a $100 million movie, you've got to deliver.
Yeah.
Like and you in Tenant.
Yeah, like me and that. Yeah. No, but like the pressure is on you.
Yeah.
Right. You got all this pressure on you to go and deliver. You're thinking about your lines. You should be thinking about your lines, thinking about hitting the spot, thinking about where the camera is, thinking about doing a performance. And someone comes up to you that doesn't have all that pressure on them and they start talking to you. You're in the zone and you're thinking about going and doing your job. To them, it's not a job. You're just going up there and you're doing it. But if you mess up, then you can lose $100,000-$200,000 a day. Yeah. So there's a lot of pressure. So I would say to people, well, just when did you speak to them? Because a lot of people, you can talk to them afterwards. Now, listen, a lot of people are assholes,
sure,
right? There are. But there's also a lot of pressure on actors that people don't really realize, right? It's like, are you like that before you go on stage, or don't you care?
I'll talk to people, but you do kind of want a little bit of a distance. I mean, I'll hang out and talk. I'm pretty used to the point of just walking on. But yeah, there's a certain moment where you want quiet just before you go on. And I think that's for anybody who's a performer, and you don't want somebody and they do, and I'm usually very polite, but it's also like, you do know that I'm about to do something. You can see I'm standing behind a curtain. But yeah, it's the same thing look, if you're putting on a roof and you're in the zone,
yeah.
If you're playing basketball, if you're doing surgery, like it's anybody who does their job well, if you're doing it in that moment, is that when you want somebody to walk up to you and be like, hey, what's up?
Could you sign this?
You're
like right here. Come on.
Like, I saw your last discectomy. It was great. The last brain surgery you did. It was great. I saw it on YouTube. Can you sign this for me?
Yeah, Pablo, you really put on that roof. Way to lay them bricks, Juan.
It was you mentioning the pressure that like a one actor could have on them. Like if you're the lead role, like Val was a lot.
Yeah,
he's got thousands of employees that are working for that movie specifically. So if he doesn't deliver on that movie and play that character to the best of his ability, that could be a lot of backlash in the industry itself. Like we saw it with Rachel Zegler.
Yeah,
she popped her mouth off and said a bunch of stuff and alienated half the country and did all these things. And then I don't know if you saw the producer that went down. He went across the country to go tell her specifically, hey, you got to stop saying these things because it's really hurting the film. And during an interview with that producer's son, they were like, hey, you think this is all right for your dad to go do this? It's creepy. It's weird. And then he was like, do you not realize that there's thousands upon thousands of people that have hands on this project, and it's millions and millions of dollars, and they signed a contract. Like, this is your big girl pants now. This is an important thing that they're doing. And like you said, like, movies are, it's culture. Movies are it's our art. And those things are important. And it feels like the actors nowadays, that's why they're not movie stars, because they don't take it to that level of seriousness. Not all of them. Some of them for sure do. But like, it does seem like it's turned back into this like TikTok-y kind of more about fame.
Yes.
And less about the art of making film.
Well, when you start caring more about what everybody thinks about you than you do about the thing that you're putting your heart and soul into, then it kind of takes away the art.
Yeah, and if you look at things like Snow White, I mean, it appears that movie was made by...
I sold out years ago. Go on.
You're like, I sold out ages ago.
It's way down the line.
No, but if you look at Snow White, that kind of feels to me like a movie that was made by committee, right? Like, we can't do this, we can't do that. We all know about Disney and its woke agenda, but if they were to really see it as art, which the original was, right? I mean, that's what started it all off.
Nearly went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Disney almost went bankrupt trying to produce that movie.
Yeah, and look at what it spawned. I mean, this is the thing about, and then that's another thing about business owners, right? Like the risk that business owners take. Like, it's okay in hindsight to say, look how well it went. But at that time, I'm sure it didn't feel like that. But how can you as an actor, so for example, when I approach a role, I'm always looking for the truth within the role, right? I'm always looking for the truth within the screenplay. So if you're looking at what they did to Snow White, they completely destroyed it, right, from its original form. And so you have someone coming in that is being emboldened and saying, you are the one, like you are Neo, right? You are the chosen one to come in and portray this. And she thought in their little echo chamber that in a little kind of like biosphere that she lives in, that all the things that she said was okay. And I'll tell you this right now, that this one of the most shocking things to me is the way that, and it just happened again with John Boyega, who you saw that, right? I'm like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up. Stop attacking the people that pay your wages. You got to stop. The reason why people didn't respond to Star Wars in the same way, well, the reason why people didn't respond to Star Wars is because it's shit. And the reason why they didn't respond to Snow White is because it's shit, right? So it wasn't because of the race. It wasn't because this. I mean, there are certain things like, the fairest of them all probably should be a white girl.
Well, her name's Snow White. I don't know. It's a German fairy tale. I think there's like...
I mean, even if you do it that way, like, I don't really care if she's Latin, if you bring in the best actress, whatever it might be.
If she does a good job.
I understand that, people want it to be like, too Snow White, but that being it is, you didn't try. You just tried to be liked, and you tried to get a bunch of woke people to like you. And I hate saying woke goes broke or any of those cheesy things, but every time that they don't go for art and they go for crap, it fails.
It's because she's using it instead of telling the story and putting her thought process out in a piece of art. She's using it as a platform, and that's the way that they go about it, and that's the way Disney started off with it. Like John Boyega, you were saying, he was saying the audience doesn't accept black people. Like, what are you talking about? When that trailer came out, everybody was excited about it.
Everyone loved it.
Everybody was like, "Whoa!" Nobody serious cared that there was a black guy playing a stormtrooper in a Star Wars movie.
No.
Nobody seriously thought that. And they were excited. I was excited.
Many were black, to be honest.
They were the Nazis.
Yeah. Well, I just assumed, they're all wearing helmets.
But
there can be like a bar of aliens playing the
but
saxophone, but there can't be a black guy?
Well, the thing is like, okay, John.
Also, there's Landau Calrissian.
Landau, dude, he owned an entire city. He was a business owner All right, and then he came back in the second or the third one and helped destroy the Death Star.
Yeah, I don't know why
Freaking
people would
awesome.
be like, "There's no way that it could be a black person."
Retarded.
Let's watch Jabba the Hutt walk. Sorry, I went
my
to the
thing,
theater
though,
for that, and I still
with John Boyega, whose fault is it that his character was sidelined and treated like an idiot? That's Disney's fault. It's the writer's fault. It's the company that did that to you, not the audience. So like you're kind of trashing people that shouldn't be trashed. And that's kind of been the whole problem since Star Wars. Like that's what we talk about a lot in Friday Night Tights for many years, is that specific thing, is Disney treating Star Wars and art in general as platforms and not as pieces of art, what they should be treated as.
Yeah, and I think that what you need to do is go back and look at everything starts with a screenplay, right? Everything starts with a screenplay. And how many times, I mean, it's become a cliche, right? Like with actors going, my character wouldn't do that. Now, you can laugh at that, but also they took it seriously. Like the actor was like, now listen, because sometimes when you are in that moment and they've changed the script because there's been other screenwriters coming in, you're like, I know the character better than you do at this point because this script has gone through 6 rewrites and multiple different producers. So I'm going to try and keep the through line through it. And they cared.
Yeah.
And I don't see that anymore. I don't see people going, no, I've got to fight for this. I mean, there's a couple of actors that do it. I think like Robert Pattinson is one of them. I think he works for it. But like you said, now it's become more like, hey, if I say the right thing, then I'm going to get hired for the next job. Because I'm in the gang, right? Like you'll see Rachel get hired again and again. By the way, she's super talented. She is. She can sing and she can act.
But if I don't know, but if you do that, like you used to be sued for something like that for going around and talking crap about a movie, and Gal Gadot is going to get another chance no matter what. Like your face is on top of a bomb. And there are rare cases where, I mean, there's actually a lot of cases where movies, I don't want to say flat out bomb, but don't do well, that end up doing well, like Fight Club and things that, through over time and just word of mouth, it becomes a hit. But most bombs that are absolutely bombs suck. Like there's a reason why nobody went and saw them. If you look up at like the top lowest grossing movies of all time, there's a reason every one of those weren't seen by the public. A lot of it was just money laundering too, where they were lining their own pockets by putting $20 million over on the budget and just taking them.
Yeah.
So, but to risk that much money for a studio, and that can look very unreliable for an actress.
Well, I have no idea who sat down and thought that was a good choice. I mean, just from top to bottom. Yeah. But this is the problem. This is why it's not going to...
The one lady.
Which
lady at
Kathleen
Disney.
Kennedy?
Yeah, Kathleen.
That's Star Wars.
That's Star Wars.
That was Star Wars.
But that's it's a similar thing.
It's all connected,
I just assumed her.
What? Just assume her for everything. Absolutely everything. It's like it's her fault. No, but I think that this is and we spoke about last time I was on. I think when you DEI your way through things, and people get promoted that shouldn't really have the job, then all of a sudden you've got like all these people at the top that really shouldn't be there. How are you going to get rid of them? Right, because they're hiring other people that literally do agree with them. I've been in the room with people when you start going down, having a discussion, because like, okay, so if you're meeting on a film, right, you'll go in and you'll just meet with the producers and they want to get a vibe about you because they know that you're at a certain level, you've got a certain dollar amount that's attached to you, you can get the movie greenlit, right? So they want to know, can I get on with them? What is their take on the film? Whatever. And then at another level, you'll go in there and you'll do an audition. They'll go, okay, cool. And then there's the next part of it, which is the discussion. And let me tell you, if you go in and you say that you're a Trump supporter, like you ain't getting the role, like you are eliminated from that.
Right.
So what you are seeing increasingly is this echo chamber of people that think the same, and they're going to keep hiring them, because to not do that is an admission of their own like inadequacies as well, because this is where they're in a real difficult situation, because they've DEI'd so many people, they can't fire them because now they'll have a lawsuit on their hands, because they'll be like, you fired me and I'm this or I'm that. So
and you're constantly in that fail spiral because you just keep handing the role to the person who's not suited to do it.
Yeah.
And even with this movie, it is very arguable and right to go, okay, well, she could have done anything for you guys, but you did something that was going to be problematic on purpose.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem is if they had just made the movie without mentioning ethnicity or any of that stuff, and it just came out and you had dwarfs and it wasn't like, we can't have dwarves, if you just made it, it would have done well. Or it would have had it would have done better than it is now. But the thing is, from the start, it was all about basically owning middle America and not about making a movie.
Well, the story is like, instead of the classic fairy tale that everybody knows, specifically the one from Disney that everybody knows, they turned it into like a feminist power
like
thing.
she's taking her power back
Yeah.
and she doesn't need a prince.
She's like, she's not going to be saved by the prince and all this stuff. And it's like, even if
It was already a pro-woman anyway.
if Rachel didn't say any of the stuff that she said and she just did the normal, hey, go watch my movie, I still don't think it would have done very well.
No.
Because there's a million things that are going against it. People aren't very happy with Disney right now. The story itself is very bad. The CGI looks horrible. Like, there's a lot of things. And then on top of that, the lead actress coming out here and saying, that movie that you all love dearly and that you've watched since you were a baby, it's problematic. It's weird, it's gross, and you should feel bad about it. Watch my feminist, wet dream. Watch that. That's a problem. And that's why you're seeing this massive bomb.
Yeah, but also to your point, though, let's just say, all right, let's do a thought experiment here, right? We're all sitting here and we're like, okay, we've got to cast Snow White, but we've also got to cast an evil queen who is not as beautiful as Snow White. I know, I'll cast Gal Gadot because she's not like one of the hottest women on the planet.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a perfect fitting. Yes, to get Wonder
literally
Woman.
Wonder Woman.
We're going to cast Wonder Woman in that role. Like,
Let's get a 10.
Jealous of.
Makes a lot of sense.
Here, we'll have an 8 play Snow White
They
We'll have an 11 play.
and an 11.
so true.
they changed the term fair is like legally fair, like morally fair, not fairest like pretty. They changed it in the movie to fair because
Well, fair actually does mean
needed it
light
to be that
skin,
way.
doesn't it?
yeah, it's like fair. You're fair.
You're fair complected.
Snow White. Her name is Snow White.
It's in the name.
In the name.
Who's the fairest of them all? Which means she's not even getting vitamin D from the sun. There's a lot of losses in this.
Yes.
By the way, this is a skit.
victim.
This is a skit.
Yeah.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Well, what do you actually mean by fair?
Yeah.
Do you mean like fair skin? Do you mean like fair this? Do you mean fair that?
Like, no communism. And they're like, okay, good.
all right, yeah.
Yes.
We'll do that.
That's what we would like to present.
And then they're like, well, it just can't be white, but communism.
And it was also produced. This movie was shot like 3 years ago. Completely different America at the time. The culture was different. Hollywood was doing well. They thought they had the high horse, and they were like, "Look at us. We could say whatever we want. We could do whatever we want." That is not the case anymore.
Well, why wouldn't a dwarf want to play a dwarf?
They do.
Ask Peter.
They would love. They
That's
love
what
to
they were
have roles.
saying. Yeah, like, I don't understand. Like,
That's another stupid thing, isn't it? Is like he's okay, dude. You're the one dwarf that, apart from him and who's the guy who does The Office.
and speaking of Val Kilmer, Willow.
Warren Davis.
Warwick.
Warwick Davis. Warwick Davis. So what you just did is you just stopped 7 dwarfs
Exactly.
from getting work and going to every Comic-Con from now to the rest of and making money just because you had a problem with it.
And it would have looked so much better.
It would look way better.
Yeah, and
They exist.
Well, and
it's
how-
fine.
They need jobs. Like they're working actors. Like I miss the times where we had dwarfs playing characters.
Harry Potter.
Like, what happened to that? All of a sudden, it's like problematic to have a dwarf play a character in a movie.
well, how is
They just don't get to work anymore.
how is helping you not giving you a job?
Yeah, what is this?
We need
Like,
to help
sorry.
this group of people. We need to make sure Dinklage has all the money.
There's the door. It's a little door.
Dude, I'll play Danny DeVito in a Taxi remake.
Which
I
is
don't-
another thing. We got to get Hercules live action made
Yes, we do.
before Danny DeVito dies. Why have they not done that yet? It's a way better story.
They need to think about it.
This is true. He can go the
Make it.
distance.
And it's just, ugh.
I know, but it's an look. It's
like the
what it is.
scripts
It's
in
an
Netflix.
opportunity. It's an opportunity, and you know, I keep saying this over and over and over and over and over again that it's an opportunity for conservatives to fund just good art. and good art sells, and we need that, and we need to influence the culture. You guys talk about it all the time, right? Yeah. So that's what we need, and like I said, they're not going to learn their lesson anytime yet.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, like you were saying earlier, the movie theaters falling apart because Hollywood left them in 2020. What's going to happen there? Are we going to not have theaters anymore? Are they going to turn into like bowling? You know, like bowling was a massive thing in America.
They have bowling theaters,
but now,
some are, yeah.
See, so it's like it used to be a cultural touchstone, going to the movies every Friday to see what was out, so you can have a conversation about it, and that's completely gone, and that's entirely because of Hollywood.
Yeah, they did it to themselves. And also when you make movies and shove them right into, like, they're in control of going, okay, this movie stays in theaters for this amount of time, then it can go here, or it can make some money when you buy it on TV if you really want to, but it's at a crazy price. But now it's just like when you just make something to stream, it's wasteful.
It's a widget.
Yeah.
And it's not art, it's a widget.
Yeah, and we desperately need to start making movies, but you need people behind it.
Yeah, and for some reason, conservatives just don't get it.
Not unless it's some agenda-driven shit. I mean, let's just be honest.
For real?
Yeah.
And you just want to make a movie with heart that people will enjoy.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't need to make a movie because it's about pro-gun, anti-abortion. Like, it doesn't have to be this heavy-handed thing. It can actually just be art.
You end up becoming them when you do stuff like that, when it's a heavy-handed message. That's what I don't like.
It's the reverse. It's the same thing.
It's the mirror image of what they're doing when they put all their agenda in the movie. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the left or the right's agenda. I just want to see a good story with good characters.
And by the way, it's, you want to see a good film, right? Like, so ideally it's an event, right? You go to it, like you go and say, I remember when The Matrix came out, that was an event. That was the last one that I could really say I remember everyone lining up to go and see because they really wanted to see it. But also, I'll tell you what I watched the other night, which was really funny, and they couldn't make it today. And it's a pure entertainment piece. It's not a great movie, but I watched the Rush Hour series.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved it. It was
not
great.
a great movie.
Oh,
No, it's not, but it's a lot of fun.
I know, I'm kidding. I saw them in the theater. Well, I saw the first two.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's just great and completely politically incorrect, actually, if you go back and watch it.
It's two guys making racist jokes in a car
Towards
and
each
then fighting.
It's so good. We need to go back to that, man.
Yeah.
And but that's what it was for, a good popcorn movie that like 10 of you could go to and all agree, like, that was fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's
Yeah,
what
you
Adam
don't need to be
Sandler was
lectured
great at.
to.
Yeah.
You don't have to be, you don't have to get a message from it. You can just go, do you know what? The world is doing my head in right now. I want to laugh. I'm going to go and put my brain. And you're right. Like, that's what Sandler still does.
And his movies, though, some of them have a lot of heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't really give him credit for that, and that's why they happen to work.
Yeah.
Is they're not heavy-handed. They're not just forcing. Like, people might not like them, but they're still good movies.
Yeah, and I was watching one the other day with Kevin James in, which was about it's a true story actually about a coach. I can't remember what the coach was now. The Saints coach that got bounced.
Okay.
And he goes back and he coaches like his son's team. I was like, this is great. I mean, it's not like a moving, massive, amazing piece of art. Like, it's not like
Lawrence
Apocalypse
Arabia.
Now, but I'm like, hey,
but it's
I
the
could
bad
watch this
news.
with my kids.
It's the Bad News Bears. It's stuff that happened to work out that was something that Americans and just people could get behind, because if a movie has heart, it should be incidental. It should be because you wrote it with heart.
Yeah.
Not because it's forced. And that's any movie that I love of course it has that.
Yeah.
I mean, The Shawshank Redemption has heart, but so does Uncle Buck. There's two completely different movies. There's so many ways to do it where you can get a message across, where you have like, that's like the outsider uncle. You have whatever the fish out of water character is who learns a lesson, because that's kind of part of screenwriting. But God,
Yeah.
I swear. I should not have.
It
drank
has an
the
opinion,
Monster.
too.
Even like dumb movies, like Just Friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there's still the heart to it.
Yeah,
You know?
It's the mid-level budget movie that does not exist anymore. Everything is either you have no money at all and it's like a shit,
Indie,
Popeye
weird, yeah.
horror movie, or which could be good. It's fun in its own way. Or it's $300 million and it's never going to make its money back, and it's a freaking massive bomb.
Slog.
So, like, where is the middle? I want those middle movies. Like, take the budget of a Snow White and go back to Touchstone Pictures and then fund 50 movies that are all at that small budget, but you get a bunch of great writers. That's another problem. Writers. There's no more writers anymore. They don't have life experience. They don't. They have this right out of college. Like, I should be making all the money. It's like, well, you have to do work and you have to live life before you
Hone
can
your
write.
craft.
Yeah, there's like
They're looking for that. They're like, what does the
severe
young
lack of
person have? And you're like, no life experience.
Yeah. And it's funny because you say about the big budget movies, but the CGI has got worse.
It's
like the artistry. And look, anyone can make a movie that looks good, right? Especially with today's technology. Anyone can make a movie that looks good. But like you said, it all goes back to the screenplay. Everything starts with a screenplay. And the dirty secret is, and I've been trying to like push this for forever, is that there are a bunch of scripts out there that are amazing, that could be made tomorrow, that we've been sitting on a shelf for 20 years and nobody's picking them up.
And
right?
sometimes they buy them just so they're not in competition.
So they'll sink them.
Yes.
So, but they are out there if you wanted to do it. So you can make a great movie. But like you said, there's also no kind of mentorship now of people going through the process. Now, I normally say this to people who say, I want to go to film school. I go, don't go to film school. Go and get a job on set. Because all you're going to do is you're going to go through film school, you're going to get a few $100,000 worth of debt, and then you're going to start at the bottom on a set.
Anyways.
So you might as well just stay there and work your way up on set and learn what you want to do. Maybe you figure out, well, I don't actually want to be a DP and I do want to write. And but you're right, we need to get back to that. And we also, conservatives especially, or non-leftists, should I say, right? I'm not even talking about conservatives, but non-leftists should actually say, okay, we want to be involved in the arts.
Non-agenda people. Yeah.
sane people that are not crazy.
Yeah. Not insane people.
You know what's not crazy?
What's that?
Lean.
Oh,
Let me tell you that.
oh man.
Not to cut everybody off, but I know.
What, you want to cut some weight?
We got to pay the bills, right, son? Are you tired of being a yo-yo?
Yeah, me. That's me.
Look, I go up and down, that's for sure.
Ooh, I do
Mostly
too.
up.
You don't.
That's what they say.
Yep, that's what they say. Thank you. But if you're a yo-yo dieter and you just want to maybe lose a few pounds, you can be that kind of person too. You can take lean, and specifically, this is not scissor.
Yeah, this is not the
This
ethnic
is
drink that you drink on the lot. It's
No.
this.
it's
This is
not
different. This is
not
a supplement. This is a
codeine-filled
Yeah,
thing that you die in your bathroom with. This is the real deal.
dietary supplement.
Breaking free of your yo-yo diet patterns, keep it on him because I'm reading, is a main reason doctors created lean. Lean is a supplement, not an injection, and you don't need a prescription. Lean helps you maintain healthy blood sugar. It helps control appetite and cravings, and it helps burn fat by converting fat into energy. Look at that. Listen, look how excited he is. Look at him.
You can hear the dietary supplements.
You can
inside.
hear yourself losing weight. If you're tired of losing weight and gaining it back, like me, if you want to choose meaningful weight and with a nice, healthy pace, all you got to do, hear me out, 20% off when you enter code NORMAL20, that's NORMAL20, at takelean.com. That's code NORMAL20, or why don't you go ahead and
Scan it.
hit that scanner.
Scan that code.
Scan that code. TakeLean.com, code NORMAL20, and you are going to look so much better than you do now, you slop
You're
bitch.
gonna look lean.
It's summertime. Get your
Winter bodies
Yeah.
or summer bodies are made in the winter,
That's right.
and you didn't. So fix it. You're a mess. Just go to, there you go.
Lean.
takelean.com.
I only talk to you the way I would talk to me.
Yes.
I found out about that drink yesterday.
Oh, the greens?
I've been doing the greens for a week. I like it.
No, the
Oh, scissor.
codeine. Yeah, I was like, what?
Yes.
What is
Oh,
that?
yeah,
They do
it's
what?
wonderful.
He called it scissor, so I didn't know about lean either.
Comes with many names.
Do you know why they
yes.
call it lean, Matt?
No.
Because it's...
Yeah, it makes you.
Oh, because you're lean.
Yeah.
And then your prince comes up and kisses you on the mouth.
He's not a prince, okay? He's not a prince.
And I don't need him to do that.
I didn't need him. I could have kissed myself on the mouth.
I got lean.
What? I'm a prince. You're not, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody going to stop this person?
It's like Snow White. Well, you're not that either. You're not the fairest of them all. No. There's a lot of contradictions in this movie.
This is just what I'm going to take from you. The movie. All right, so let's talk for a minute, and it's great talking movies.
Yeah,
I just want to talk for a minute about this whole, is it Trump?
Which one are we switching to?
What are we doing?
Are we going to page 3?
Well, because Elon's stepping out, but there was a Trump and Maher break bread. Kid Rock is describing a meeting between President Trump and Bill Maher at the White House as a success, saying his attempt at facilitating a little more civility in this country, quote, could not have been better. Trump, Rock, and Maher. This is unbelievable.
What is this timeline? I love it.
It's amazing. We're also joined by Ultimate Fighting Championship CEO Dana White, Vince McMahon, and an Elvis impersonator we're unable to attend. Dude, right up until I read that line that Matt put in, I thought Vince McMahon was there.
Me too.
Did you even blink at that?
I didn't. I was like, yep.
I should have read this first. He always adds stuff at the last second.
Yeah, he does.
Rock added, in spite, and this is Kid Rock, not Chris. Rock added, in spite of reservations on the part of both parties, they got along swimmingly and focused more on what they had in common than what they didn't. Maher had previously referred to Trump as everything that can go wrong with a human being rolled into one, or at least one of the writers did. One thing for sure, though, Bill Maher solicits black prostitutes.
What the One thing for sure.
Jumping on the coattails of the success, Kid Rock now heads to any city opening a Chick-fil-A to help fix their drive-thru line.
Heck yeah.
After connecting Trump with Bill Maher, Kid Rock has now been given the monumental task of trying to get rid of all the Agua Donkey sweatshirts that the Blaze purchased.
There's so many boxes, literally everywhere. We don't know what to do with them.
I didn't write that. I don't want to get in trouble.
But you read it.
I didn't know. I just kept going. I didn't know it was in there.
That's my favorite joke of the whole show.
Unrelated, you can get our merch as well.
You can go watch that.
Merch.
Come on.
Get our merch at
But while you're there,
shopblaze.com.
get our merch instead and subscribe, please.
Yeah. Go and tongue punch the like button and smack our bell. We appreciate it.
Ow.
Oh, man. But no, that's speaking of making movies, that's one that they did.
Exactly, yeah. And we could do one.
We could. We just don't have a budget.
The budget.
Yeah, we're ignored.
Yeah. They put us in the corner. Baby.
Nobody puts Normal World in the corner.
Yeah, they do.
Turns out.
Apart from the Blaze.
People put Davey in the corner.
All the time.
He had the time of his life.
And I don't owe it to any of you. I swear, I used to be famous. But then I came here instead. 2 good years where I could sell out a theater, no problem. And now I'm here, and no one knows it. Because there's an advertising budget that doesn't exist. Somehow. We're losing money.
Love you guys, though.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, though. You're literally the only people that care. So thank you for watching the show.
People stop me on the street and go, I know you. But I don't know exactly from where. I had the worst time of my life trying to get you to do anything. Sorry.
Shopblaze.com, get our merch.
Yeah, by the way, shopblaze.com, and you can also check out Agua Donkeys and other programming.
Oh my gosh.
Derek Richards.
Eric Richards' a special is on there.
Special.
That no one paid me for. So I paid out of pocket. That's fine. That's fine, though.
That's what it was, whatever.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Oh my
No big
gosh,
deal.
you're killing me.
Just thousands.
Oh.
Out of pocket.
No, but we do love being here, hanging out.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's a pretty killer job.
It's
It's
pretty
just
tight.
the idea of what you could do.
You
if
could do.
someone.
We talked about
Potential.
it last time.
The potential. Like we talked about doing a movie.
We want to do a movie.
I want to do a movie.
This is what I'm passively aggressively singing.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
I want to do a movie.
it's moving out of passive.
Oh no, just aggressive.
By the way, I do want to tell people that this is true. I did actually lean over to Dave in the toilet and say, "Let's make a movie."
You did.
I did. I'm just saying.
like, right
I'm
now.
not proud of it.
And he
Okay.
just put his camera
Yeah.
up over the
Okay, Dave, let's make a movie.
There was another guy his size blocking the door. You're going to be a big star.
We're gonna make a movie.
And then he pinballed me like Jodie Foster in The Accused.
No.
I was tender. I'm just
Pump
saying.
that, Dave.
He was tender for him. Pump that Davey ass.
Not that kind of movie.
You're both standing around chanting, "Yeah, get it."
Go.
I would really hope that nobody would cheer that on.
Well, people.
Well,
It's a good show.
There's too many white knights that would get, I shouldn't say white knights, just any knight, a black knight would do that as well. Step in and go, this is a bar and you're
You guys have gone
Doing that.
raping a girl on the pinball machine.
kind of messing up the vibes. We
keep it down over there.
Yeah, like.
I was about to get the record score as well.
Yeah.
I got next.
Meanwhile, the pinball wizard's just playing the soda machine
had
because
no
he's
idea.
blind and deaf.
It's like
He thought he was winning.
He's actually just slapping.
it's like I'm great at this. Clunk.
They're cheering me.
There's no way
wait, he's
he
deaf.
would know.
He wouldn't.
Yeah,
I
he's-
don't believe in the pinball wizard, and I don't believe in that other nonsense. What's her name?
Babushka?
No, the
In the film?
Pushka.
it's not the film. It's the real woman,
Oh, wait. This
the
is
blind, deaf, dumb woman.
Helen Keller.
Oh, Helen
Thank
Keller.
you.
Well, we've
No,
talked
I
about
blanked
this.
on that.
Yes, that and Coco, the fake ass monkey that cannot talk. Same
The
thing.
sign language monkey.
Same thing.
Yeah.
They're like, look, she's saying the same thing that Helen Keller is like, world peace, save the planet. The monkey's not saying that shit. It's saying, feed me, give me banana.
Yeah, they just said that AI is going to tell you what your dog says. I don't want to do that. I like
believe you.
my dog. I want it to be like, I just ate a bird.
Yeah, it'd be like,
You're
I
like-
want to lick my balls. Yeah. That's what the dogs do the majority of the
breath.
time.
Like, pet my stomach. I'm only here for food. I don't
What that
want
butt
that.
smell like?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to know about that.
Like dogs are the best, but they're gross, and that's the deal.
Yeah, you kind of embrace it.
Yeah, I love my dogs.
Well,
But
you
it's
know
like,
what's
I don't
weird
want
about
their
that?
opinion. It's why I enjoy hanging out with them.
You know what's weird about that? It's like the dog comes up and he licks your face. You go, oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
But then you wouldn't let him lick your face right after he licked his bits, right? But it's still after he licked his bits at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's disgusting.
Deep thoughts at normal world.
I have a 7-pound cavapoo that caught a bird
That's crazy.
the other day. Like, I don't know how he stealthed up on this thing, but he bit its head off.
What?
So you have you know what he's doing? If you go to AI and it's like, I want to bite your head off,
Yeah.
but I'm too small.
Right. Yeah, or it's just
I
going,
would, though.
I brought you a gift because I don't understand money. I thought you would want a headless bird. Can I bring it in the house? And you're like, no, you can't.
It's like, look, Dad, I love you.
Yeah. This is a gift from the wilderness. And it's like, it's not. You just think it is.
And
You've
then you
only known a
reject
yard.
It, and
Yeah.
then what do they think about that?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like,
They're
you
I
bitch.
I did all the work. I snuck up on that thing, brought it in the house.
You're not going to put it on the fridge?
Just pin it up there.
Dead bird.
Aren't you going to show
not
it to
eat.
everybody when they come round?
Yeah, now your AI dog is like all pissed off at you.
Screw you. I'm going to wait till you go to bed and I'm going to eat your face.
That's
That's what a cat would do, though.
Again, it's just going to be something that's not really telling you what the dog says. It's going to be like, discover your inner child. And you're like, shut the, it's not.
Yeah.
World peace.
No,
No, I don't think Spot said that.
no. No, he just shit on the deck because he can't figure out grass and deck. You think that's what he said?
Now he's like, that's what I think about your world peace. Ah.
I say we kill everybody that walks by. That's actually what it would be.
Hey, let's kill that one.
Hey,
What about that one?
see this dog? There's another one.
There's a big thing over there. It's got wheels. I'm going to chase it.
You're not going to get your gun?
But we
My
could.
dog would just kill everybody that walked by.
Yeah.
If he had control. Or
Oh,
she,
yeah.
it would just be murder everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the,
Sleep murder.
That's what's great.
That's what they're. They're
Tame them.
predators.
It'd be like sleep. Like the dog with filling in his agenda. Sleep, 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 murder, sleep,
dog.
murder, eat, murder, sleep, eat, murder, sleep.
Dog manifesto.
Lick balls.
Yeah, lick balls in there.
balls.
Yeah.
Sprinkle in some taking shits and licking balls. You got the agenda.
Kill, kill, kill. Lick balls. To the point of rash. Go to vet.
Really, it's the most manly animal when you think about it. It's like the most base male objectives. It's like eat, shit.
Balls.
Make little
Balls.
dogs.
Like cats are women.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. Dogs
Mate.
were boys and cats were girls.
Yeah. Pussies.
Mhm.
All right.
Well,
I'm just saying.
that's what they call them.
Well, because they're like just completely independent.
No.
Oh, no.
And they can like, sorry.
I'm asking the question, okay? Dave's like, no, what are you talking about?
They need us.
Independent.
No, I
No,
think
more
just
like
because they're
the-
like...
Yes, because they're strong and independent.
They're like wily and manipulative.
Yeah.
Wily and manipulative, and will scratch your face off at
Yeah.
a moment's notice.
Exactly. And that's a woman
what it
explaining
is.
another woman.
Yeah.
It is, right?
Lure you in. They're like,
No
rub
offense.
my belly.
I don't think... I
Yeah.
love that about women.
You love that about women?
Yes.
Oh, I know.
They're
but
vicious animals?
It's why
Yes.
it's why women can't be friends.
I have lots of women friends.
You have probably one and then some. Don't
You
say
still talk about
Kayla, you're more of a guy, so don't even
Don't
join into this.
don't come into this.
It's completely different. Lesbian women do not count.
Yeah.
I do have
We're
one.
lesbians.
We can't.
Trapped in a man's body.
Yeah,
Much
exactly. I'm a
cooler.
proud lesbian.
Yeah, you swing like we do. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We agree with you.
I'm talking to somebody else. They should probably know. No,
I do have one. I do have one female friend who's not a lesbian, though. Yes, that's
Okay.
true.
you do? Just one.
Well,
See what I'm saying?
that's not like a
see,
work acquaintance
Okay.
No. Okay.
that I'd hang out with.
So you have work acquaintances and then one friend.
And I have a women's group I go to.
Well,
You know they all
just
talk
because
about
you're
each
in
other.
recovery.
I was going to say, Alcoholics Anonymous doesn't
Second,
But they're my friends.
the second you get up,
It's friends of.
it's just trashing who's ever in the bathroom.
It'd be so funny, wouldn't it? That'd be a great skit. Like, we love you. You are such an amazing person. Okay, you go to the bathroom. That bitch, like, and then she comes.
See what she was wearing?
She
Yeah,
stinks.
those shoes. What's she thinking?
You know,
gonna
she
f-
blew a 2.6 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Legally dead.
She's so much trashier than me.
Yeah. You know what? I might start drinking again because I'm not that.
You like might just start.
No, women are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I like one.
You like one?
Or two.
There's few I like. I like a lot of women. Mm-hmm. I don't mind girls.
Yeah.
I like being friends. I have a lot of friends.
You have
that
a
are
lot of
girls.
female-
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a lot of girlfriends.
Yeah, I still
Not like
have a lot.
girlfriends, like friends that were girls.
Yeah, I had a lot of
We
friends that were girls, and you
What?
know,
What's that supposed to mean?
nothing. You're just saying you were homeschooled.
This is
Mom's
going to
life.
spark. I'll tell you, this is going to spark a conversation now at home.
Oh, it will.
Be like, can you be friends with a girl if you're a guy?
Yes.
Mm.
I have
Oh, yeah,
guy
you can.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah, but could you like hang out alone with them
Yeah.
at their house
Yeah.
alone?
Yeah. I've been in recently hotel rooms with my guy friend that I have that nothing. Sleep in the same
I don't
bed.
feel good about
Sleep
that.
in the same bed.
I don't
we
feel
just
good
say,
about
Garrett just looked at me and he went. We both saw each other and went.
I know I'm gonna get roasted for that. My husband knows about it, and that never happened.
that. Hey man,
Okay.
It wasn't me.
like,
It wasn't you. No.
just, I don't know.
I wouldn't do anything in that situation, but
yeah.
I still.
Yeah,
It wasn't me.
I don't know.
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything
Why?
because it got too quiet in here.
No, it's just because what you said sounds like bullshit.
It's not.
That's all.
Yeah,
My
you-
husband also stays in hotel
I just
rooms
know
with
that-
his female friends
I'm
when they
sure
travel.
he does.
When they
Well, that
travel.
It's like that, is it?
In here.
That one really.
When you're traveling with your friends,
Are you married to Will Smith?
he's really chill.
Well, I think she really loves her husband, though.
I
That's
love
the
him.
only reason
I
why
love
I
him to
believe
pieces.
it.
We completely trust each other, and
Yeah,
that's
you
the
guys
only
are
reason
great.
that it's
That's why I believe her.
And he knows my friends, so he's like, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I don't have to explain myself to you.
You don't
Not
have
you,
to.
Dave.
But you're
the
doing it.
camera.
I understand. No, I already understood where you were coming from. I just had to spin it into.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
I
was
know.
just funnier the other way.
Yeah. I'm fully aware that you and your husband have a very good relationship, which is a good thing.
It's great.
It's trusting. Me, I don't.
I would not.
I just want
My thing.
I wouldn't even trust myself in that situation. I wouldn't do that.
You just friends right up, and then you just walk out of the bathroom doing the naked thing.
The naked man.
1 in 3.
You like
2 out of
1
3.
foot up,
Yeah.
just hanging.
Just dangling, and then it's like, no.
Oh, okay.
And you're like, oh, so
I just want to make sure.
will you not call the police?
Go to the phone.
I mean, I paid for the room. Technically, it's still mine because I'm and I am a guy.
Name's on the.
Certainly didn't mind me when I was paying for the room, did you?
Now you're all like,
Didn't
he's
act all-
naked.
Didn't act all splitsy like we were friends, huh?
We gotta go to Dutch.
All right, let's do skins versus skins.
Head to toe. That's how you sleep in the bed. Head to toe.
You ever play that when you were young? Skins versus pants? Elon is stepping back. This is probably something to get into right quick
Yeah.
with moments left.
Moments left.
President Donald Trump has reportedly informed his inner circle that Elon Musk will reportedly step down in the coming weeks from his role as a government employee and governing partner of the Department of Government Efficiency known as DOGE. With his departure expected by the end of May this is kind of crappy because it's like, okay, so we're giving into them lighting everything on fire. I mean, is that really?
No, I
That's
think
a
he just
question,
had
yeah.
to do it. I think it's the end of his.
I think,
that he
yeah.
can.
He's not allowed to. I was reading in here that
yeah,
they're
Musk
only
was
allowed to
legally
have certain
limited
days.
to serving no more than 130
Yeah.
days within a 365-day period, a restriction that has fueled speculation about his departure timeline. Musk is confident he will be able to accomplish what he set out to do in the remaining time frame, after which he is expected to focus on his ventures at Tesla, SpaceX, and baby mama drama, and continuing to spread his seed around like Genghis Khan with Asperger's.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's an interesting time
Don't
for him
touch
to
his
take
ears.
some time out. You know,
There's
got the baby mama drama, like you said.
he's got the baby mama.
Burning Teslas does kind of seem like an interesting time.
I
to
mean,
take a
if my
break.
whole company's starting to go down, and because awful people are burning my cars, which let's be honest, sucked anyway. No offense if you drive a Tesla.
Yeah, I just like
No, I don't.
You're like,
I like
hey,
gas powered.
Hey, you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
why
I mean,
why you burn swastikas on Teslas?
Yeah, man, keying
on.
them, it's not cool.
this is how smart they are.
That's
They
his
go
preferred
after.
gas.
They go after and put swastikas on cars that are owned by other liberals.
Mm-hmm.
It's genius.
So that'll really that'll teach them.
But much like the signs you put in your front yard to keep people away, you're now just putting stickers saying, "I bought this before Elon went crazy." And it's like, so you're purchasing stuff to keep your car from getting destroyed, and you still want to be on that team.
It's like Passover. Please,
It's like Passover.
please don't get me. I'm also a liberal like you.
Sketch
We
about
should.
the Teslas.
Oh my god.
It's time.
Somebody have a Tesla Cybertruck? Dave?
Yeah.
I know you do.
Oh yeah, I have 2 Cybertrucks.
Oh, I knew you did.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I love Cybertrucks.
They're awesome. What I love is the aerodynamics of it and how it
Like
just,
a brick.
Yeah, and how it just punches the air when it drives through. It's like,
how it's like a squared RoboCop head and not at all stupid. I love them.
not impractical at all.
Just oh boy, and it's got that battery power, which is sweet.
Yeah.
So when you need
Sweet,
to fill it
sweet
up, it
battery
takes
power.
10 hours. What a piece of shit. I hate those. I'm sorry. And I like Elon Musk, and I think it's
Yeah,
great
yeah,
that
I
he's
appreciate
making these cars in America and that they're selling. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I
just don't want to drive.
No, I wouldn't ever want to be seen in one.
I'd have a Cybertruck. I love the Cybertrucks.
If it was
Sorry, I
given
love
to
them.
me, I would definitely drive it. I would just put swastikas on it before
All
I
over
went
it.
out.
You preempt it. You do. You're like, well, listen, they're going to do it anyway. I'm just very proud. I've got to do a good job.
Yes, that's it.
Make sure it's the right way
Make
around.
it red.
Yeah.
Make it red with a white circle.
Yeah.
Just Just do it well.
Full decal.
Yeah.
I would just have the windows tinted red and swastika.
Yeah.
So that's
So they'll know. They'll be like, "Oh, we already got this one."
like, wow, this is good. Instead of somebody drawing a reverse one
Every time. Every time they get it reversed.
I don't know.
Do they make it wrong?
Almost every time.
Which is so. It just shows though. Like I couldn't draw you a right side swastika.
I couldn't either. Are they
don't know.
S's or are they Z's? It's
don't know.
SS. So I think it's an S.
Oh,
See, I don't know.
I didn't even know it.
Because like the original swastika, was like it's a
it's Buddhist
symbol that's
Yeah, it's
ancient,
light, isn't it? It's
right.
like
But
light.
I think
or
they
something.
flipped it for.
I gotta check.
guys.
I gotta see what I drew all over my brother's wedding album, and I'm not kidding.
You did?
Oh yeah, turned out to upset a lot of people. I thought it would just be funny, like he would laugh, and he did. But unfortunately, all the other guests didn't know me on a personal level and couldn't figure out why swastikas were drawn all over his wedding book that you sign, and penises.
Yeah, makes sense.
You drew swastikas on penises?
No. Some of them
for
had a
each.
swastika. There was a Hitler penis, but it was on a memorable wedding signature thing, and it caused a lot of ruckus.
You think?
People were like, "Who drew swastikas on that?" I was like, "Yeah, I did."
Did the Hitler penis have a mustache?
Yes, of course. That's how you know.
That's how you know.
I wish I was kidding. But yeah, her family just was not okay.
Not
with
happy about that.
She was Jewish, yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah. I wish we should mention.
Get over it.
I know. I'm like, well, she's marrying a goy.
His name's Landau.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's
We're
Hebrewish,
cool,
or German, depending. Which I'm neither. It's not even our real last name.
Oh, did you just make it up?
It isn't your real last name?
No. Well, it is my real last name, legally changed by my dad
Okay.
to a guy who raised him and his sister when his dad left.
That's right.
But our real last name is Donnellan.
Donnellan.
Which is Irish.
Was
You're
it
Paddy.
dirty?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm Irish and Italian. Little bit of other stuff just wedged in there because it's America.
Of course, melting.
You know,
Melting pot.
Yeah.
little stuff just jammed in there.
You're a mutt. Like
I'm a
me.
mutt.
I'm a proud mutt as well.
Yep.
Do you know, I literally, I'll show you my 23andMe because now everyone has my DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
apparently.
we
don't know
can look
what
it up
they're-
right now.
But yeah, search it on the internet, please.
Someone's leaving it on a dead prostitute right now.
Exactly. But I am only in England and Ireland. Like,
Really?
there's nothing from anywhere else.
Wow.
Like, I am like
The hell?
super, super white.
You're pure, like the driven snow, like Snow White.
It's not, I could have played that role.
You could have.
Darn it, Hollywood, for canceling me.
Maybe one day we'll be able to make a movie.
Yeah.
Let's go to the end of the world. And real quick,
Hey.
I just want to promote my book,
Yeah, book's coming out
Party of One, a Fuzzy Memoir, midnight tonight, guys.
tonight.
Yes.
Midnight tonight. You can
Tonight.
get it on Amazon.
Get it.
It's got stories.
I started it. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
And she did. She was telling
really
me
did.
about it. It wasn't a lie this time.
I didn't lie last time. I admitted I didn't.
You were very aloof.
Vague with the details.
And where can we find you?
Matthew D. Marsden on the YouTubes and on the X's as well.
Excellent.
Yes, go subscribe.
The X2.
QB.
You can find me on my Quarter Black Garrett channel and Nega Garrett if you want to subscribe there as well. Thank you.
Angela.
Angela Does Horror on YouTube and Normal Angela on Instagram.
All right.
Yeah.
My stomach is a disaster.
And he just
I'm
wants
trying to lose weight,
he wants
so I
to
haven't
let
been
people
eating
know
as much.
about the
And
book.
now it's just making sounds.
It's angry because it's,
What did you say?
You just said
Wow.
something again.
Oh, April 4th and 5th, by the way, this weekend. Thank you very much for reminding me. Hyenas in Dallas, Texas. You can see me right here this Friday and Saturday. They're going to come out too. Come out. Come say hello.
we want to see you.
Yeah, we're going to dance like nobody's watching and dream like there's no tomorrow. No. Live like there's no tomorrow. Dream like you'll live forever. James Dean said that before he got his head cut off by his.
By a light pole. Live like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, he did.
The brakes aren't very good on this car.
Turns out there wasn't. There's no
There was
repercussion.
no tomorrow.
Nope.
There was not.
Oh boy,
But also forever. Because we'll remember him forever.
that's true. He's well remembered.
Batman forever.
As a man who was decapitated driving much too fast.
Yeah, and why would you do that on those California roads? Come on, that's
So
smart.
hot.
Not smart.
Mm-hmm. California stars, right, Wilco? All right. So, what's your favorite Val Kilmer movie?
I mean, my favorite is Batman Forever. I know it's cheesy, but I love it. I'm gonna go second is Tombstone.
I'm gonna go Jack Frost.
Isn't that Michael Keaton?
I don't think he's in that movie.
It's Batman, right?
Yeah, he was one of the Batman. Yeah.
With Jack Frost? He was in Jack Frost?
He's the snowman in Jack
I'm
Frost.
pretty sure he's not.
No, it's Michael Keaton.
It's definitely Michael Keaton.
Oh.
Unless you mean Jack Frost, the horror movie where it goes around stabbing people, which he's not in that
He's
either.
not in
Alright.
that either. Yeah.
Fine. Are you sure?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
Michael Keaton. I'm 100%.
So just pick another Val Kilmer
I've never been so sure.
movie with Val Kilmer in it.
Okay, Birdman.
Okay.
No.
Again, Michael Keaton. So I think we're finding the guy who you keep mistaking.
Yeah.
Don't think that.
I mean, I guess you can. He was one of the Batman. It's easily mistaken. So yeah, take a look and see if you can find another one.
Yeah.
Oh, The Love Guru.
No,
No.
He is in that.
he's not in that.
Look it up.
But there's no way that's your favorite.
No.
The Doors.
Okay. I mean,
Okay, I think you just
acceptable.
guessed on that one. Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
Does art imitate life or does life imitate Andy? Hate it. He was very good,
He was good.
but the movie is
It's a little
it's a bit much.
one of those biopics. Good thing.
Yeah.
Matt,
Yes.
favorite Val Kilmer movie?
Tombstone. Yeah. It's great.
Tombstone.
You got to, bro.
You named your kid after.
I didn't
Yeah.
name
That
it
makes
after
sense.
Kurt Russell playing Wyatt Earp.
He was great. And then that was a very problematic shoot. So they reckon that Kurt Russell ended up directing that.
That's what I've heard.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Like several people kind of directed it.
Yeah.
It's a great
It's a
film.
great film.
Great film.
So good.
In fact, if you haven't seen Tombstone or you have, watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Tell your friends about our show first and start saying they should make a movie. They should make a movie. Or what movie should we make?
Yeah.
Do that.
And Matthew can be in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He can be the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Dude, what if he played the
To my
villain?
DeVito. Oh,
Could play a villain?
Yeah, because you're
Do
foreign.
villain stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that
Yeah.
evil
Got an
British
English
accent.
I played a villain in Anacondas.
yeah. Don't tell anybody about my anacondas, bitch.
That's what I was thinking when I was saying, let's make a movie.
Yeah. Well, it
In the bathroom.
I was out. Anacondas 3 is my idea. Don't tell nobody.
The Hunt
Star.
for Davy.
It's like this.
The Hunt for Red Cocktober.
Oh.
Good night.
Good night.